Gold Invest. Explore opportunity.
Oh, we're here still at the PDAC in Toronto, biggest mining show in the world. And we're talking to Alastair McIntyre, if I pronounce that correctly.
Correctly, yes.
Of Altiplano Metals, APN on the TSX Venture. An interesting company insofar as it owns a processing plant in Chile. We want to hear more about that, of course, and see how we can flesh out what's going to happen next over the course of this year. At least as far as it always goes in the mining industry, plans are plans, but hopefully we can talk about what progress you're expecting. To recap, if there's an audience members that don't know what Altiplano is about yet, give us a short 60-second pitch.
Sure. Well, thanks, Bjorn. I mean, look, the show's been pretty good. It's been quite busy over the last couple of days. I think they might even see record numbers if you want to make a prediction, but it's all about meeting with people and getting a good opportunity to do deals and meet with investors and people like yourself. It's been very good. But from an Altiplano perspective, you know, we're a Canadian junior mining company. We focus on cash flow to generate a business that's sustainable. And with that sustainability, build out on exploration. So we're very similar to what the junior companies are looking for. It's important to have big exploration projects. And through our metals group team, that's one thing that we've always been looking to acquire into the company. But our business, with respect to the cash flow, we focus on processing from the El Peñon plant. It's been producing a copper con. We sell that into the market. We also have a secondary income stream coming from our iron sales. So our business being that little bit unique is that we were able to generate cash flow to support our business while focusing on that opportunity in terms of the upside with respect to exploration projects.
Okay, thank you. So let's get a bit more into the details then. So you have material on site that you're still using, I think, and then the new material, so to speak, is to come from the Santa Beatrice historical mine.
Correct.
Where you recently started bulk sampling and delivering material to the plant, is that correct?
Yes. Santa Beatrice is a historical producer. There's been 350 meters or so of decline. We tend to leverage that understanding and seeing what's been done historically. We've taken chip samples underground. We've done additional mapping. The Santa Beatrice concession also contains 7 veins, but we are focusing on the one that's been mined previously. So our next steps basically are to drill the asset, or to drill the mine to determine basically that the vein continues along strike and the mineralization continues along at depth. So that's the main purpose of this drilling program, is to get a better idea of course, the mineralogy, but also use it in some sort of mine planning consideration.
Okay. I mean, you touched about it earlier. It's an iron ore copper gold mine, and you're producing, on the one hand, a copper concentrate. Is there some gold in it, or is it mostly copper?
Yes. Well, historically, iron oxide copper gold vein systems, by definition, are copper and gold. We've seen good results in our chip sampling at Santa Beatrice, but also the historical processing suggests that there is possibly a secondary gold mineralization, and as a result we were seeing higher grades in that previous concentrate.
Okay.
So from our perspective, we're looking at it as there's a possibility of seeing higher gold in a concentrate, but yet to be confirmed. We've just basically started a small scale bulk sampling program, 500 to 1,000 tons a month, and that's being now processed at our plant. So we're starting to see those results, and we'll have a better idea once we get our sample results back. And
then we'll, I think, infuse the plans for further development underground or of the work you've been doing there already.
Yes, and that's the plan. Assuming that the drill results come back positive, we can use that information to determine how we will extend the decline, access that material at lower levels, put in 2 to 4 new phases of mining, and then be able to use that to supply material to the plant. Now that's all a bit speculative, of course, because we need to finish the work, we need to do the mine plans, but this is something that can happen quite quickly. It's not a 4-year program. It's something we can get done in several months. So that's been our plan, and the plan is to keep the plant at full capacity, whether we're using material that we've had stockpiled, material that's coming from Santa Beatrice, the local mines that are within the region. There's 8 companies, 8 mines that are within a 4.5 kilometer mineralized zone that we're operating in. So, you know, we'll use that in the short term. We could acquire other properties to again support the plant, bring Santa Beatrice up in terms of its production capacity, and that can also support the plant. But again, back to the main points of exploration in the company is that yes, we're exploring for other properties. We have geologists on site that are dedicated to looking at properties. Metals Group as an entity does projects consistently because we've been very successful in other Metals Group companies. So we have a very good project pipeline that we're looking at.
Okay, well, that's good to know, because actually that's going to be my next question. What's coming up next, right? But because let's say you have the Santa Beatrice mapped out, fleshed out, it's all going according to plan. So what then else can we expect, let's say, for the remainder of this year?
Yeah, well, I would say that the focus will be within that Santa Beatrice complex. We are looking at projects within the area that could potentially also supply the plant, but also we're looking at those larger exploration projects that we would see that would take a little bit more work, do more consistent geological exploration that could potentially lead to bigger drill programs, which could potentially lead to bigger.
Sounds like a perpetual mobile thing.
Yes, yes, yeah. Well,
if it works out.
True. I mean, look, investors like big projects. They like to see billion-pound copper discoveries. They want to see, you know, 5-6 million ounce gold discoveries, and the Metals Group and through APN is something that we've been very successful to do over the years.
And if you can generate the cash flow to do or fund the exploration, at least in part, that's a very good position to be in.
It does make us a bit unique, but we know that the mining industry is a very capital-intensive business.
Yes.
And if you are looking at bigger projects that would require bigger drill programs, then of course it is something that you'll need support from the market to be able to accomplish these things. But it is step by step, and I think, you know, having that opportunity and building towards that opportunity from our cash flow perspective, that'll be something that'll be important for us.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Do we have anything you would like to add, or did we touch upon the main points?
I hope we've touched on the main points.
I think,
and of course,
I talked about what I wanted to talk about with you. So it's just
to the listeners here, you know, my email is very public, my LinkedIn profile is very public.
Okay.
Anybody who has a question, please indeed reach out and we can have that chat personally.
That's a great idea, and we put, of course, up the video on YouTube, and you can find it at goldinvest.de. It's in English, but we're going to produce at the later point a German version.
Yes.
AI be thanked. We can have you talk German.
Yeah.
So look forward to that too. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.